Hey everybody, Mike Fifer, Fifer Hobby Supply. As you know, today we're going to do update. I think it's 58. If I'm wrong, just tell me about it when I get that far. But I believe it's 58. Not a whole lot of work has taken place out here. Um, and if you watch through to the end of the video, I'll tell you why and tell you what you need to do. So please watch to the end. Well, everybody, I took the stuff down off the walls, and I think you can see the pencil marks where I intend to carry on the gray over to the door. The door is now painted blue, like the room. I will be going around this way on the pencil marks to over there. I don't know if I'm going to start that tonight. I think I might. Probably could get it done, but it's hot in here. I can leave the door open. Anyway, here's all my stuff. Just got to hang it back up when I get done. We'll see what I can get done. Okay, everybody, here's what it looks like all the way around the room. Well, all the way around this part of the room. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm going to hang some stuff back up on the wall and we'll take a look at it again. Okay, now here we are with all the stuff back up on the door and the wall. I did move a few things around. I did put a screw up over there so I can put my hat over there. There's a little hook right there that was for a little Santa Fe. Let me show you this thing. But I put the screw in the wrong place and it hangs over where the throttle pocket is. So that's a mistake I'll have to fix. But anyway, the stuff is hanging back up. I moved some of these papers. They were, if you remember correctly, they were hanging down here. I moved them over there because every time I reached for the light switch from the outside, I was catching the papers. So all that's been moved. One of the metal horny toads on the door. That's about it. Let me show you one more thing. Okay, so today out at our club, we had a box under the layout that had been there forever. Had a thing in it that I wanted to show some of the other guys. And I found this Bachmann fueling facility. It is way too big for my area, but I can certainly cut it down and make it work over there. So I'm thinking I will likely do that. Okay, everybody. I put a turnout in here and shortened these two leads up a little bit. Then I put another turnout in here and it will go down to the oil facility, and then this will curve and go back, and the junkyard will either be on two sides or one side. I believe it's going to be on two sides. It seems like I'm missing some junkyard stuff because I had some piled up cars and things, and I don't know where those are. I haven't located them yet, but I know there's more to the junkyard, along with the fences and stuff. But my plan was, remember we were talking about going across here with a road. The road would turn here, go down this way in front of the oil facility, around the corner and into the scrapyard there. I am not positive, but I kind of doubt that I'll be able to work the operating gate on the scrapyard that I had on the old layout. But that kind of remains to be seen. I don't know if I can embed all that down into the foam or what. And I've said it in the other video that I did the other night. But anyway, I've got some fueling facility and a bunch of parts here. And I'm going to figure out how to trim that down or slim that down and work it in over here. and maybe get rid of the fueling, the little tiny fueling thing back there. And I'm going to really try to build a proper ash pit. I don't really like that thing that Cato has, but anyway, try and build something proper there. But if we kind of skim over this, you can kind of see how the layout of this will be. But we're going to go with this for right now and see where this takes us. Okay, here's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking about cutting this lighting and these fueling stations down to about 2 lights and maybe 3 to 4 fueling stations, and then shortening this walkway up to cut that one off right where the railing is, bring it down and put that railing right here so that there's just an opening in it about the length of a locomotive. Then I'm thinking about using this sanding tower only. I think that would be good, and we have these, they're not in very good shape, but I have a couple of these sanding pipes that go out, and I'm going to put one of these over here on the other side as well with another end on it over there, and so that there's one on the other side of the track and there's one over here on this side of the track. So so they can use it with, you have one of those at each side of each one of these tracks. So that's the thinking for the fueling area. I mean, I just don't have the massive size to use the whole thing, so I think I'm going to break it down into something more manageable and see how that goes. Okay, gang, I know there's a lot of wire laying around and junk laying there, but maybe this, if you can picture a ladder on each end of one of those yellow things with the railing along the correct side, I think you get the idea of how this could be. I kind of like that size. I think it fits the area. So I may go with that. I may build another one of these short and put it down on that end next to that pit. But that remains to be seen, and I hope you enjoyed that, and now you have a feel for what this will be, and thanks for looking at it. Okay, everybody. I got the walkways here cut down to a length that I like, and I'll have one on each side, and I'll have one for the pit down there. Although these light fixtures, if I can hang on a minute here, let me get a pointer. Okay, these light fixtures here, I thought I could pull the light bulbs out of them and just pull the wire out and then be able to shove a nano wire down through there, a nano LED wire down through there. But they got stuck in there. Somewhere in there there's glue or something. So this will be what I'm going to use. These are Atlas lights, and I found that I can hook them to the ends that I've cut off of many of the LEDs from the Just Plug system, and they work. So I'll be putting 2 of those in place of those 2 lights on that thing. I still have to come up or get the pieces to finish my Walther sanding tower, but that's neither here nor there. That's a pretty easy deal. I'm kind of liking the arrangement here. I think that's going to work. I'm trying to figure out what else I need to tell you, but I can't think of anything that's new aside from that. Oh, I know one thing I was going to tell you. And I'm not sure how this is going to work because it just brainstormed to me a while back. But I still had this flat theater thing, and I was thinking about maybe I'll put that back there. What do you think? I kind of like it. It'll give you the impression there's a theater back there. I can put a little fence around there, on either side of it, and I think it would be kind of cool. I think that might work. So I'm likely going to go with that. And another thing I'll say too is I told Robin, I said, can you order me some HO cork so I can fill in a lot of this area over here so that I can put plaster in there and so forth. Well, up until yesterday, I had no clue that every stick of cork in the world is on back order right now. I don't know what's happening with China. I don't know where they're getting cork from. I don't know what's going on. But you can't buy cork anywhere. And if you do, you're buying it from a scalper on eBay for 3 times what it's worth. So keep that in mind. That's the situation right now. So anyway, I had her order HO foam road bed from Woodland Scenics for me to put down there in sheets and in road bed. So when I get that, I'll be able to raise everything up to track level and we'll be off and running. Okay, so I told you I'd tell you here at the end of the video why I have only got this little bit of stuff done here. And I don't know if I mentioned it in another video, and if I did, I guess too bad. But we just bought an estate of 244 locomotives. A lot of them are not DCC ready, and they're older locomotives, but mostly Atlas, mostly Cato. There's some Lifelike, there's Bachman, there's Riverosi, there's Intermountain. So I think there's some Intermountain. Anyway, just a mix of everything. Gavin took some that he's going to weather and he's going to put on his portion of the site to sell. But the rest of them are up to us to sell. And after a lot of conversation about whether we should do that on eBay or on our site, it became a no-brainer to do them on our site, as some of you may or may not know, but the rules on eBay have changed. Not the rules, but the stipulations on eBay has changed. First of all, they just take an exorbitant amount of money from you for not doing nothing. You have to do all the work. But the biggest thing is they've made it, you get a 1099 form, so you have to pay income tax on things that you sell. We don't sell any shop stuff there. We sell stuff that either I purchase and sell or that I have owned. I mean, it's basically things that I own, not things that are designed for retail sale. So anyway, that's become a problem tax-wise. And I've got a bunch of HO stuff on there right now that I'm trying to finish up selling this HO stuff that I've got from another lady. But I'm just not, the stuff's just not selling. And I think it's because everything winds up being too much. And they don't let you put it on there for the length of time you want. And they tell you how much you got to do buy now for. Now they're charging you, if you do buy now, they're charging you, they're not charging you anymore, but you have to list it for 30 days. It's like, quit making rules that I don't want, So anyways, to get to the point, we're going to be selling all of these vintage locomotives and whatever else there is out there, because there were some other things in conjunction. But we're putting it on our vintage page on the website. We have a scratch and dent page, which has nothing on it right now, and we have a vintage page, and all of these locomotives are going to go on the vintage page. I have got some expensive stuff on there right now. but I'll be adding all the diesel locomotives and everything as I have time. But I would recommend from time to time, and I'll be saying it in every video, please go check out our vintage page. I'll put a link down below to it, and maybe you'll find something that you absolutely can't live without. That being said, that wraps it up for today. And as usual, thanks for listening to me rant, and thanks for watching.